Hello, everyone, and welcome to a special episode of Nightmares in Nature. What, do they always gotta be about animals? It just says nature. What part of that suggests that it can only be about animals? Anyway, today we're talking about very special plants. Most plants make their own food when they're exposed to sunlight. However, some plants, they get their food another way. And that's what we're talking about today, carnivorous plants. First things first, we need to discuss why some plants are carnivores. You see, most plants get nutrients from the soil they grow in, but some plants live in areas where the soil's lacking in nutrients, so they've evolved to instead get their nutrients from another source meat. Okay, so now that we know why this happens, let's get into the three most famous carnivorous plants. First and most famously is the Venus flytrap, Rheona muscipula. Native to the swamps of North and South Carolina, these guys are recognizable thanks to their leaves that look like jaws. These leaves are coated in sensitive wires that act like a tripwire. So when an unsuspecting arthropod walks by these leaves, they end up brushing against the hairs, which signals the plant to clamp down, where the plant will then flood itself with digestive fluids, which breaks through the exoskeleton and digests the fleshy insides. After 10 days, the plant opens back up and the empty bug husk falls out while the plant waits for another poor sap of a bug. Then there's pitcher plants, a lot more widespread than the Venus flytrap. Pitcher plants look like a pitcher, obviously, and they're full of a very sweet smelling liquid, which attracts small animals into going inside them to get to this fluid. Unfortunately, once inside, they find out that this liquid is a digestive fluid, and then bye bye buggy. Finally, there's sundew of the genus Drosera. These guys are covered in sticky hairs that when insects land in trigger a mechanism on the plant that causes the leaves to curl up and then release digestive fluids into them, once again filling the need. Human relations. Sundew, they're pretty obscure, but they were referenced in Encanto, so that's a thing. Pitcher plants are decently famous and even inspired a Pokemon, which is Bellsprout, and he's a Gen 1 Pokemon, so most people are aware of him. And Venus flytraps are very famous, since they're the inspiration for all those man-eating plants you see in horror stories or science fiction or video games. Yeah. Although they're shown as being actively cognizant when everything about a Venus flytrap is more mechanical in nature, as in its natural mechanics. Like all plants, they don't really have, sapience. Also in the movies, they have real teeth instead of just teeth like leaves, but who cares? They're cool. So that's all for this episode of Nightmares in Nature. No one requested this, at least not that I'm aware of. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys another time. Goodbye.